gets archived, people will start at this point.
I
I don't know.
I have no clue. But we're going live now.
Let me just do one last throat clear.
We are
I haven't,
live, baby.
I
Do
haven't
your
had any,
throat clear live.
no, I've already done it. I'm clear.
Oh, that was way
It was a
quieter
really
than I
hard.
thought.
There we go.
Okay. Well, hi everybody. How
Hello.
are we doing today? I am at the helm and it is terrifying. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Discussion Over Time. This is a special episode that we are doing specifically because it is E3 or not E3.
No,
or
it's not.
E3
E3
was
is dead. Long live E3.
E3 was canceled this year, like possibly
Welcome to E4.
at the very least just for this year. And despite this, they are still having all of their conferences around this period of time. I think we honestly maybe have Summer Games Fest to
Yes.
keep it all within 3 weeks, pretty much, with some exceptions like EA. Anyway, this is what we're dealing with this time, this year. We are doing 3 of these with our lovely co-hosts here. There is me, the Dosha. There is Carrot.
And there is I, the man who will likely
Hello.
change his name for every godforsaken thing that we do because it's funny.
You couldn't wait for him to say hello.
I could not.
Okay. That's rude. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to basically be summarizing the week instead of doing live streams for each individual thing. A lot of these were boring or only had a little bit of substance worth discussing at all. And most of it's not worth, like, for example, the Sega live stream. We'll get into that when we get there. So let's just go chronologically. We'll start with Pokemon, shall we?
Oh, yes.
And I'm going to deafen myself. You two can undeafen me whenever you're done with that.
Well,
No need to announce it, but yeah.
admin, deafen, the non-believer.
Okay,
Are we clear?
so, yeah.
Okay, we're clear.
Go ahead.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
All right,
without further
you
ado,
can't see.
without further ado, here's the trailer for you. Oh, there should
So-
not be volume. We will get copyright struck into the ground. But my god, this is actually looking like really good. Isn't it? Like, I really like the direction this is going.
So, obviously, after Sword and Shield, I'm going to have my reservations. I think most people are,
I mean,
who are Pokemon fans, right?
I guess that's fair, but this is really shaping up nicely. I think that this is
Like what I'm seeing so far, except the actual in-game art style. I'm not
Okay,
a big
look.
fan of in-game art style.
I
I don't
do
think it changes.
I do agree that the eyes are a little bit odd. They're not too
It's not-
off.
It's not just the eyes for me, it's just everything else. It's the glow everybody has. It's the... they look too realistic. They look like it's like plasticky, like they did in
Yeah,
Pokemon Snap. It was the same kind of issue there.
I get what you're saying.
Also, that fat man makes me uncomfortable.
Wait, the what, man?
As a fat man myself, seeing a fat man.
Oh, the fat man. Well, no, he is
He's
the
like
true.
lumpy.
He is the true main character of Pokemon, though. There has been a man in like 5 different games who is always a fat man who says, "Wow, science and technology is amazing," or some variant of that. He has been in
that's
4
true.
games. But anyway, we aren't really talking about anything that's going on in the trailer, though. We'll be going back and like scrubbing through the trailer to talk about things individually, quickly, if we need to.
Oh, will
So, yeah, if there's something specific we want to talk about. But, yeah, this is looking, like, decent. Like, at the very least, I can say this definitely makes me excited, which, I'll be honest, Sword and Shield didn't really make me that excited. Because the second that they were like, hey, look, there's dogs. I was disappointed. But they actually do show the legendaries here coming up, and my god, I love their designs. They look incredible.
They are. Well, are we talking about the legendaries?
Yeah, the legendaries. They're right here.
The other Pokemon they showed, the legendaries are all right. I like them more than the last legendaries we got.
Yes.
That's
Behold.
for sure. Because last time they were dogs.
Like, I really like these designs are just neato. Like super
sure,
neato. Look at this nonsense. But yeah, let's go back a little ways because we kind of like talked over the reveals. So first of all, I'm gonna just go ahead and pause right here. Hello, internet. These are your new professors. Have at it. You already have. It's been out for a week. My God. You have the the woman professor. I think her name was it Sadia?
I don't know.
I can't remember her name, but my God, so many people are just falling for this professor. And then you have immediately the other one who is just Pokemon Handsome Chad.
Yeah, people think they are hot.
Yeah, like people are like on about these two. It's kind of crazy. But let me see here. Where is the first reveal of like a new Pokemon in here? I think it's like, oh yeah, it's right here. When your rival character sends out this lad. Look at this lad. Well, as soon as the trailer actually wants to do it. This is the Pikachu proxy, if I remember correctly.
I don't know. I'm not live. I'm like 20 seconds behind. I can't see what you're doing.
Oh, that is fair. It is the orange and yellow cheeked lad.
I did send you a PM though. Oh yeah, he's cute.
Like, my goodness.
What is he even? He looks like a weird puffy skin, like a gerbil.
Let me see if I can pause on him real quick. Oh, that was so close.
Like a groundhog or a marmot or something.
There we go. That's a good one. I don't know what he is. So let me unsettledly check this PM. I can try. One moment. Will I unsettledly do the thing? Let me see here.
Super cute. As far as Pokemon or Pikachu clones go, he's probably my favorite one recently.
I mean, yeah, I think that he's like actually unique, right? Like that's the thing is that so many like Pikachu like look exactly
I don't know if I'd
like
say,
Pikachu.
No, I don't think that's true. That's not fair to say because
Plusle,
the last
Minun, Pachirisu.
Pachirisu looks nothing like a Pikachu. It's literally a squirrel.
It is squirrel.
It doesn't have
Pikachu.
ears. It doesn't have big ears. It has a huge fluffy squirrel tail. It looks like a squirrel. It doesn't look like a Pikachu. And then there's Togedemaru, which is Gen 7's, it's a ball. And then you have Daytonade looks kind of close to Pikachu. It looks like a miniature Raichu.
Yeah.
So there's that. Emolga, not at all.
No, I think Emolga. Emolga looks like Pikachu. Well, I guess it looks more like Pachirisu now that I think about it. But like,
Emolga looks nothing like Pikachu.
You have
How could
a 50,
How could you say that?
You have a 50-50 shot of
How does Emolga
Pikachu,
look like Pikachu?
Looking basically just like Pikachu with the settings tweaked. Like this lad actually looks.
Anyway,
creative.
if we put Pachirisu in the middle of the Pikachu clone, how close or far away, it would definitely be on the Pikachu side of Pachirisu. But I don't think it would be as close as Daytonade.
Yeah, okay, fine, that's fine. But the point is, good. It looks good. I like this boy. This boy looks very decent. And if we continue on, I think the next one is
Pepper Boy.
Your favorite, if I'm remembering correctly.
It's probably
there we go.
Oh yeah, it's probably worth mentioning that he's. Oh my god, he's so cute.
Look at
it doesn't have Worry Seed as a move early. I'm going to be disappointed. By the way, if you are interested in Pokemon, the Pokemon website actually released a bunch of information about these outside of.
Perfect.
Oh gosh.
Look at him.
Sorry, something My letter opener broke.
What?
I'm going to stop messing with that now.
That's an omen, I think.
Anyway, if you go to the official Pokemon website, there is information from the Pokedex entries on these. It has typings, it has abilities for these Pokemon, height, weight, other information. If you're interested in finding more out about these, it's there. These aren't leaks that we're discussing when we say things like uh, Smoliv produces an oil that isn't fit for human consumption.
Yes. Which I actually find kind of fascinating because, like, olive oil is a thing, so I would think that
Yeah,
that would be included. But I will say I find it utterly hilarious.
it's
Just
a
to me,
stinky oil. It sprays on people to get away from them.
just like to
I
me
guess so.
personally, the fact that you love Smoliv is so bizarre to me because you despise olives.
I hate olives. It's true, but that doesn't mean that I don't find olives. I understand aesthetically.
You
I
find
understand them on that level.
Are you confirming for the internet that you find olives aesthetically pleasing?
Well, they are. I don't know how you could say they're not. I mean, like not when they come out of a
Shocking.
can, but like on a pizza, they look great.
Okay, fair enough.
I used to order olive pizzas all the time until I realized the thing I didn't like about pizza was the olives.
Okay.
Because I thought it doesn't really look like a pizza without the olives.
Speaking of like
For a while
excellent
there, I thought that.
toppings, let me see here. Oh, look at the boy. Oh my
Bacon,
god. Bacon.
Lechonk. His name is Lechonk.
He's
They
so
named him
good.
Chonk.
So good. No,
They
go back.
made a
Go
little
back.
chunker. They named him Chunk.
Go back to the thing that I wanted. There we go. There we go. God dang it. It's so hard to scrub like 1 second. There we go. There we go.
I think he'd be cuter if he didn't have like that mud under his eyes.
I think that's supposed to be like sleep or something. I actually
Is
don't
it?
know.
I don't know. I feel like he's gonna evolve into a ground type though.
I mean, I would find that like
He is a
well,
pig. Pigs wallow in mud,
no. I mean
therefore ground type.
that makes sense. But
And
Embor
it's
is
like
not a ground type.
no,
Tepig is
but
not a
this one
ground type.
no, but this one has visual signifiers like the brown on the front of its face, the sandy stuff under its eyes.
Well,
It has things there. It's a truffle pig.
they said
It
like
gets in the dirt.
they released his typing, right? He's like something normal.
He's normal type. I'm
Is
pretty
he
sure he doesn't have a second type.
is he mononormal or wait? Is Smoliv normal grass? I remember one of them
I
was a
can pull it up
normal
really quick.
combo. Yeah.
It might have been smaller. Hold on.
I think it was Smoliv. Just go ahead and confirm that. I can Google, but I don't want to look away from this majestic
spend,
round lad.
spend time talking about the legendaries, I guess, in the meantime.
Okay, that is fair enough. So like a lot of people have actually let's just go here. Yeah, this is a good one. So the legendaries a lot of people have well not really speculating, it's very clear that one is past, one is future, and that's also signified because like you have one of the professors being like kind of like a cave person-esque or like primal design and one being a high future like clean cut design, so it's very clear that these are, if they aren't different forms of the same Pokemon, they're from the same Pokemon. So
I
like
can't give
one is
people
past,
bad.
one is future.
I think I've given some people some bad information because I can't figure out how to get to the Pokemon Violet and Scarlet from the website. I got linked to it, so I'm gonna have to see it. Let's see here.
Blame it on
Gosh,
something. I don't know. Blame it on the puppy. Now, what do you think about that?
puppy.
Blame it on the puppy. But yeah, like I really think like these. I don't really know what they're designed after, if I'm being honest. Like the big thing that I'm looking
Well,
forward to with Pokemon is that I know nothing about like Spain's local like lore and
mhm.
that
Well,
kind of stuff. So this is going to be cool.
so to me, obviously, there's a past and future theme here. We can see that mirrored in the professors, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
dress.
yeah.
The one of them's got kind of feathers. This one's feathered. One of them's kind of got a super future suit. This one's a robot. But beyond that, I'm pretty sure the design for the Scarlet Legendary is more of a Quetzalcoatl, feathered serpent.
Yeah.
It's a lizard, but And something that was pointed out is that both of them are motorcycles. I didn't notice that before.
Oh, dang, you're right. That's. Wait. Do you reckon that they're going to, like, ride on the thing on their neck? Like, when they.
Maybe Sora is coming back, baby.
It's
I
just.
really like that mechanic. How? Where is this? Oh, hold on.
Like, I can
Okay.
easily tell that. Well, I could tell that the future version of the. Oh my goodness, why am I not thinking of their names? I can't remember their names at all. That's. They just got revealed like 3 days ago. So
Okay.
forgive
So
me.
it's Scarlet Violet Pokemon.com. It's not, or it's Scarlet Violet Pokemon.com, but you can't get to it from the main site for
Actually,
some reason.
actually, wait a minute. I just had a thought. I just had a thought. Wait, does it just include the link in the Pokemon thing? No, it doesn't. Okay. It just says new professors, new trailer, check
No,
marks
they don't.
behind each
It's
of them,
really annoying.
and
Why do they?
two
Why,
hearts. The two hearts.
okay,
You gotta get that polish going.
there we go. Lechonk is a normal type, and that's all it says. He eats food.
He is a true
Tommy
Flork.
was pure electric. Smoliv is grass normal. Yeah, so it was Smoliv that we were thinking of. While
Yep.
we're at it, the legendaries, the Scarlet legendary is called Koraidon,
Yeah.
and the what was the purple violet? There we go.
Violet. Yeah.
The violet one is Miraidon.
What is the purple that's purple?
I just forgot for a second. Come on, ignore the
I'm
fact that
sorry.
it's obvious.
I'm sorry. That was very funny. Oh god. But no, like seriously, these lads look really cool. I really wonder because like clearly the Violet Legend like he has jet boosters and stuff, so you'd think that that's like
Yeah, he's
something to
pretty
do with
cool.
like flight. So we'll see. We'll see what all happens
We
with it. But
yeah,
I am
nobody.
super hyped.
It's
Hype,
really
hype.
not clear what the typings for them are. We can assume that one is fire and the other one's electric to some degree, or maybe it won't be that case because there are Pokemon that kind of look like they could be. There's a very close link between steel and electric types. But then there's the lizard aspect. Are they going to be dragons? Is it going to be a second typing? Are they going to be pure typing, like monotype legendaries? We don't get that very often.
Or are we going to see a
So
new typing?
a new type combination. You think there's going to be a new type in general?
Nah, I'm honestly with every new gen, I'm just like, wow. I wonder if they'll try to do what they did with fairies again. Like a lot of people have always tossed around like sound type, which could easily slot into something like that. But
Mm.
I don't think that either of these particularly fit something like that. Frankly, I would.
I think Pokemon as is pretty supremely balanced in terms of types. The when the weakest type is Ice type, and we know that Ice type is like a powerhouse offensively, things are pretty well balanced right now.
Yeah, I think it's okay. At any rate, we should probably like go ahead and move along to another thing so we can get Sir Carrot back in here because we have been chatting it up.
Yeah.
This was probably one
So
of the
all we have
larger
to do is hit the
announcements, though.
undeafen button, right? Yeah, there
Yeah.
we go.
So wait, what did let me let
I already
me?
hit it.
Oh, he's undeafened. Okay,
That's
I'm just gonna
correct.
go ahead and click off. Just gonna click off.
He's not. He's not looking.
Oh, right. I didn't need to be. Never mind.
Although Carrot, if you want to join Nate's stream, you can see actually what he has pulled up.
Yeah.
So you don't have to look at the video that's like 30 minutes behind.
Yeah. So just moving briskly along because I didn't want to accidentally
can't
spoil
believe it.
the carrot.
Ark is commenting on the YouTube channel.
Of
instead of being
course.
in here.
Of
Oh
course.
well,
he
you're
is.
free. You're free to join in anytime you want. Just
Yeah,
let us know.
Just hop in, bro. It's fine. It's all set up.
Anyway.
I'll just have to rebalance your audio.
Anyway,
Okay, so moving on though. Sonic Frontier, the game that has apparently the entire fan base worried.
so this is a little bit confusing in time terms. IGN has been doing Sonic Frontier gameplay recently, which is what we're looking at right now.
Oh yeah, I should probably full
But
screen.
the trailer for like Sonic had kind of a Sonic Direct ish thing. Sonic Connect was it called? I don't remember.
I
But
don't remember. Yeah.
it was yesterday, but it had like a 48-second trailer, and that was the longest trailer in the whole thing,
Yeah. There's like,
including
what is going on
like the
with this?
animated project and another. There was two trailers for this, and one of them was a gameplay trailer.
Like, okay, and to be clear, what we have on screen right now, this is the first trailer that IGN put out. So there's two trailers, and I'll be playing the next one after this one. But this was the world's
Well,
first look at the game.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
doesn't. A lot of people I found out have a problem with this. It does not look like. I mean, IGN did not do a very good job of making this look like a fun, good time.
Yeah.
They also looked like they were very bad at it.
Like
Yes.
It looks like they
the
maybe have
world is
never played a.
empty. There's a bunch of stuff floating everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They also
Oh,
put out a
speaking of,
combat trailer, but I haven't seen that one.
like, look right there.
Or
Actually,
combat
hold on.
gameplay.
That's a perfect example. Wait a second. Look at this. Just oh, well, if YouTube actually wants to agree with me, like, look at that. Like, just out there, out in the open. Like, that looks so bad. Like, the area that they're on right now is fine. Like, you have, like, this mountain that's built up with bounce pads and stuff to collect along the mountains. That's perfectly fine. You want to have, like, stuff streaming along the mountain so that you can just, like, spiral down it once you reach the top. That's fine. The fact that there are just loose, exposed wires in this open world sandbox just floating in the sky looks bad. At least to me. And to a lot of other people.
To me, who's played a lot of Sonic games, that's pretty par for the course. That's normal. You see that a lot in Sonic games. This is just the first one that's open world, so I think maybe people have maybe different expectations. But there's nothing that here that isn't in other Sonic games.
Well, yeah, but other Sonic
That's
games.
normal, easy, common. In fact, I would say.
I mean, other Sonic games don't have this open world environment, though, so it's more forgivable. If it's, like, on a linear level path, you tend to, like, turn your brain off because it's just, like, an arcade game. You just play it and you do all of this. But in this case, they're making a three-dimensional, like, exploratory environment.
Yeah.
Like, you want to make it look aesthetically pleasing. That probably shouldn't be your first focus always, but it is a very big deal. And the fact that
Yeah.
there's all this exposed nonsense in the skybox just looks bad.
Yeah, I'm worried not because it's a cool open world game that is being made by a Sonic team, but rather that Sonic team is attempting to make an open world game. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I like Sonic games. I don't think that Sonic will. I never really thought that Sonic would be a good fit for an open world gameplay, but here they are actually doing it, which is fun because I remember everyone was talking about what were the other two games that people were like, "Oh my god, it's going to be open world," and it turned out not to be. One of them was Kirby. I don't remember the other one.
Yeah, Kirby.
I think so. I don't know the second one you're referring to, but I'm
I
just
don't
looking at
remember,
this,
but I know there was at least one more.
like, you know what would be such an easy fix for this too? Like, seriously, such an easy fix. Like, for example, in various games, like the only one I can think of right now is like Genshin Impact. But in Genshin, when you have these little trials and stuff that you find in the open world, what you find is a little pedestal with like a red spinning symbol that you then activate.
Oh,
Which
that would work here.
no, which like spawns all of the things in, right? So they're not
Yeah.
chumming up the world box. Normally, they're only there once you activate it. So like all
Yeah,
of
I'm
this stuff,
totally against that.
all of this stuff that is like lining the mountains
How
and
do you-
all of that, that's fine. But like if you just clicked a switch or an activated thing to activated, can I talk normally? Like if you activated the stuff to just appear in the skybox, so it wasn't just sitting there, that would be so much
But-
better looking.
Hold
And
on. The point of the rails is for you to travel the open world. They're not there as part of an event.
Well,
That's the point. If you tie it to an event, that slows down the world gameplay. I think they need to be there. All you want really is just like some type of support, probably for them. Like maybe a couple of pylons sticking out of the ground, supporting them up.
Yeah,
That
like
would probably make you feel better.
anything that
They
actually
don't
made
have
it look
that.
fun.
Yes, it
That would
would.
be nice.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Like just so many solutions. But the point is
I think
that
that's the better one.
would you guys say it's safe to say that God, how do I phrase this well? Like there are more concerns about this game than there is optimism.
I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
people seem cautiously optimistic. That's what I've seen for the most part.
Oh, can you go back to that really quick,
Oh yeah, actually wait a
Curry?
minute.
I wanted to talk about that one part there. So that one part was the most exciting thing in the entire trailer to me. I really like that idea, that kind of gameplay of like the Pokemon Ranger-esque thing. And
Yeah,
I'm
the
excited to
Sonic
see if
Wind.
there's like a really fast-paced area where you have to like Mach 10 try and wrap around something.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I hope they do a lot with that mechanic.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool.
And this is my yearly announcement that we need to have a Pokemon Ranger game on the Switch. Okay, that is all.
Your year okay, you've hit your
I
quota.
don't know if it would work on the Switch. I mean, I know it has touchscreen, but I don't think they want to.
We don't need the touchscreen. We just need to use the Joy Cons.
That doesn't sound good to me.
Oh no, we're not getting into this again. Okay.
Okay, anyway,
But like
so Sonic. I mean, I'll play it, but
there's also
I was interested in this when I
gotta
saw a
be
couple
honest.
of pictures, but the floating stuff and like this trailer. You might not be able to see it very well in our rendition. Definitely go watch the original video. But like, there is a lot of places where Sonic's moving just a tad too fast and the frames drop. If this is the final product, it's very disappointing.
I really don't think that this is anywhere near the
I don't
final.
remember.
This strikes me as like maybe beta.
Did they say when it's coming out? I don't
Like
remember.
maybe not even beta. I don't remember.
I will check.
But also,
What's it called? Sonic Frontiers.
just to play devil's advocate, this is a Sonic game. I don't think we should expect it to function perfectly. I don't know if that's fair. I don't know if that's fair, and I'm being blunt ass honest about this. That's legitimately how I feel about it.
Yeah.
It's coming out this year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It says
I'm getting
holiday
the vibe.
2022.
This is okay. I'm gonna move off of the bloody IGN thing because this puzzle game
The
is actually making me
trailer that they
upset.
showed at Sonic Connect was a lot better,
Yeah.
but it's a lot shorter.
And here's
Like
that.
it made the
trailer.
game look much more appealing.
Yeah. So look at this. Look at this. I actually want to talk about this. This looks cool as heck. Look at this. I love this. This is a neat idea for
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that
the
looks
Sonic game.
really cool.
like.
That advertisement looks amazing.
Oh yeah, sorry. I keep forgetting that I'm the one hosting the stream now. There we go. But yeah, like this is a neat idea. I really hope that it's not just a one-off boss. Like imagine if there was like
Yeah,
a little like just one of these guys just appears in the overworld, like kind of like the dragons in Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. For all of you who have played that game, yeah.
yeah.
Like that would be so.
Nobody's
neat.
played that. It's a tiny indie game, all right.
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
But like, this lad just this is one
Like
thing that I saw.
these
that, like,
fights
looks
do
cool.
look really good. The combat looks great.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just a matter of like how well are you going to be incorporating this into the open world.
And as long as that's
Yeah.
what most of the
It'll
gameplay
be
is,
interesting to
it's
see.
going to be more fun
But
that way.
yeah, that's about all I have to say about this. Does anyone else have a couple closing points before we move on?
I think I said it for everything I wanted to, for the most part.
I don't have anything for Sonic. However, since
Cautiously optimistic.
I had deafened for the first part of this, I do want to say I couldn't really tell from the pictures that well. I do really like your template you made. It does show really good.
Oh, thank
Yeah, it's
you.
great.
I appreciate that. Okay. Let's get that moving on before someone starts making me blush. Okay, so there was also a very long Warhammer stream, which raised several questions, which is,
So-
number one, how many Warhammer card games are there?
I found out there's actually 5.
How are there that many?
Are there
3 of them
5
are-
active or 5 total?
5
If I
active.
understand it. Yeah, 3 of them are in that stream. So
Yeah.
if you go into go ahead and yeah.
Yeah, I'll just play this
When
in the
you go
background.
into the stream, right, you expect, okay, we're going to get some information about what's the big new Warhammer game that people, even who aren't that big into Warhammer, care about right now, right? It's Space Marines 2. That game came out in 2011. Everybody loved it. Kind of brought Warhammer fans and casual gameplay fans kind of together in that way with that game. So people want to hear about it. Do you know what had very little presence at all? That's right. It was Space Marines 2.
Yeah.
They didn't talk about it for
Yep.
some reason.
Yep.
They talked about everything else, and they spent a lot of time talking about mobile games, which
Yeah.
There were a couple other cool projects. Bolt Gun looks fun. As
Yeah,
long as
in
it's not
particular. It's basically
Yeah.
The
Warhammer
art. Okay, so
Doom.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
here for the
Warhammer Doom.
Warhammer stream. I like the art style.
Yeah, it's Warhammer Doom, basically.
Let me see if I can like pull up anything else about Warhammer. I wonder. I guess we could just put in Darktide.
Did they? I'm assuming
yeah,
no, but did they say
that's
anything at all during the
After we
Warhammer
go
stream
endure
about the
this ad,
magic thing?
There we go.
They spent like 6 minutes on Blood Bowl explaining all the mechanics.
Yeah.
Blood Bowl's not that popular, is it? I mean,
I have no idea.
Well, Blood Bowl is one of the secret layers. It's one of the themes.
So look.
I don't think it's that popular.
So here's the main thing that I do want to put on the table here. I started watching If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech function like 2 weeks ago after like someone convinced me to listen to it, mainly Dosha. However, I just have to admit, I know absolutely nothing about Warhammer, so I can get excited for very little of this.
Yeah.
But
The only
like,
person we
God.
know who would really get excited, I think, is Ark, but he's not here right now.
Yes.
So he's not allowed to have an opinion on it.
He is camping somewhere in
I
the
thought-
audience.
However,
perhaps.
had he decided to join,
I thought our friend
X a live mobile game.
Hero played.
Does he?
I think that he's aware of it. I don't know if he plays like tabletop or something. But yeah.
Hard to say. I mean, we don't really talk about it, so who knows?
Yeah.
We'll have to ask him next time we see him.
Mhm.
But that's fine. So like
Yeah. I also don't know much about Warhammer. I had actually gotten a little information from Ark about it. I every time I think anything Warhammer, I want to get into the franchise specifically because the orcs, they have psychic powers that can make whatever they want. They imagine the color is red is fast, so the red cars are fast. They imagine they have a god, so they have a god. But they're so fucking stupid, they can't use it to just win the fights. It's amazing. I love it.
It's a very fun thing.
They announced a 2D side-scrolling multiplayer orc game. I think it's like a platformer, action platformer. Yeah. It's got this cartoony art style. I'll see if I can find it really quick. I'll send it to you right now. Let's see.
But yeah, like, apologies Warhammer fans, we don't know diddly dip about Warhammer. Except for the part where apparently...
Yeah, it's called Shoota's Blood and Teeth. And I will send you the trailer, and you can pull it up.
What is that?
Wait, no, that's not the right one.
What is that thing that everyone knows about Warhammer? Oh yes, Blood for the Blood God. Everyone knows Blood for the Blood God.
That's true.
Like, everyone knows about that. That is the limitation of our knowledge on this.
Okay, so I knew about that, but until the Magic the Gathering card, I didn't know it was from Warhammer.
Okay, Curry, I have it in your PMs. You can pull it up if you want.
What do we have here? We're going to do this. We're going to click on this button.
Right.
We're going to endure
Sit through an ad. Wow.
Why do you not have ad block already?
Because I'm too lazy to download it. Okay, let's watch this.
You don't even have to. It's like 2 clicks. It's not even a real download.
I'm just too lazy. I can't be asked. Like, look
but yeah,
at
they
this
did make a game that's literally just Warhammer.
Oh, it's It's like a Flash game
Yeah,
art style.
It looks like Alien Hominid a little bit,
yeah.
like a higher quality, but it's multiplayer as I understand.
Wag with
Yeah, you
the
can
boys.
with the
It's
boys.
so silly. Why is this so silly?
Get a load of shiny gubbins.
Yeah, it's a very orc game, but that exists. That was I guess it wasn't announced because it's quite a bit older. Or the announcement for it is older.
Or
It was
more.
like announced a year ago. But this was there too.
That
It's
that was
news
a
to
red
me.
vehicle. It goes very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Smash massive Umi Knights.
Umi
Yeah,
Nights,
that's
baby.
I made another game
Shoot
specifically
us
about
blood
this.
and teeth.
Yeah.
That look, if I feel like if I was into the Warhammer franchise, I would absolutely buy that game.
I just love teeth. I don't know why. I'm
Like
just shoot us
Yeah,
blood.
yeah, I do too.
Teeth.
Little teeths.
Little
So, like,
teeths.
half of the live stream felt like it was about Blood Bowl and the other half was about mobile games and the very little about anything interesting and not
Can you give
0%
me like
of
a
it.
1 minute recap on what Blood Bowl is?
No,
Blood
oh
Bowl
god.
is football, but in the Warhammer Classic universe. And so there's extreme violence, and some of the stages have hazards such as demons will occasionally appear onto the battlefield from the demonic realm, or there is a kraken underneath the field and he will attack your players. Things like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. So
I've
it's
heard it's
oh,
fun.
what's the name of
I've
that
heard it's a
movie?
lot of fun, but I mean, I just don't have any interest in that kind of game.
I mean, I think the closest thing that I've played to that would be like, I kind of get it in a weird
Yeah,
way
so,
because I used to play like Griffball in like Halo 3 and that kind of thing. So these like sports kind of spin-offs of things kind of make sense to me, but nah, I'm just like meh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't really like sports
fantasy
games
football.
that much. I'll play them when I go to a friend's house
God.
because they play party games, and I like might as well. But I won't play them like I won't actively go out of my way for them.
I just
Yeah.
want to like go to a football game with a shirt and sit in a random place in the like regardless of which side because usually football is like split up with like one fan base on one side, one on the other. I just want to sit there and like constantly change sides and just like have a shirt that says
Change.
"Go unidentified sports team" and just switch to whichever side is winning.
Get a reversible sports jersey
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
just if your team starts losing, you just go, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and then just like appear on the
You're
other
like,
side.
go team,
Go
go
okay.
other team.
Okay, do we have any more Warhammer stuffs, or can we move on?
Nothing
No,
more.
I mean that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool. So
What was the next thing? I don't remember.
I think so. That was Warhammer. Oh yeah, this is biggin. This is biggin. So you like zombies?
Oh yeah, the next one was Sony's State of Play.
Do you like
Resident
zombies?
Evil 4, often, as I understand it, considered the best Resident Evil game to date.
Yeah,
Has been re-released
Yep,
for the
that's what I've
fifth
heard,
time.
too.
Has been, well, this is getting
it's a
remade.
remaster
Yeah.
re-release.
I'm just like,
Well, it's probably not a remaster. It's probably a complete remake like the
Yeah.
last two have been.
no, it's a complete remake. It looks so different from the original. I don't
Or
even
not
know
the
if
last
you could
two,
like.
just the last one.
I'm not even sure you could really like port the original. That well, no, obviously you can port the original. What am I saying? You can't just like give it a new skin anymore, like a new
I think they
thing. Of
did a
paint.
remaster of it, yeah.
'Cause,
No,
like,
I think they did
yeah.
do a remaster.
They've already done that. I think they've actually done that twice. I might be
But they-
crazy, but I swear they have.
I don't think they did a remake of it. I think they just did a remaster.
Oh,
That's
did that
fine.
Freeze. There we go.
I'm not a big Resident Evil fan. I do not care
Yeah.
to play this game.
I've
I
never played
intend to
anything
play
in the
the original.
franchise.
I've never completed
People say it's
one.
so good.
I've never completed one, but I have always, or not always. I've always, like, kind of vaguely followed it, I guess is the best way to say it, because I follow like a bunch of people who are way into Resident Evil, so I just know a bunch
Mhm.
of stuff about it secondhand. And 4 is definitely the game where everyone's like, yes, this is the pinnacle. Like, I don't think I've heard any Resident Evil fan, or at least any of the ones that I follow, say that anything else is better.
But Curry, you're forgetting. There's a vampire lady, and she's 8 feet tall, and
And they're releasing it in VR.
I hear she's not actually that big of a role in the game. I feel like Coomer's got real shafted on that one.
Yeah, I actually got curious, so I
That's my
watched a
understanding.
playthrough of it. I'm not going to spoil it, but you are kind of right. Sort of.
Uh-huh.
You're half right.
Oh no,
So,
half right too.
yeah. Resident Evil 1/2. It's just
Oh
like,
no,
it's the world right before everything went to shit.
Resident Evil 1.5, and it's like Timon and Pumbaa in the apocalypse.
Yeah, there's like a
They're
musical number.
having a vacation in Raccoon City. It's like done in the '90s cartoon style.
Why does this actually sound like something they'll make at some point? That's so
But also
dumb.
Wesker is there, except he's not in cartoon style. He's in
Oh, so it's like
early
a
2000s polygons. Yeah.
it's like an almost Roger Rabbit level
Like,
Resident Evil
so
game.
global saturation. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think that's enough of that. Let's just go on.
Steals Pumbaa's
Yeah.
cheeseburger. I don't know.
Okay. Cat game.
That one you guys are excited for.
It's cat game.
It's a game where you play as a cat in a
I'm-
world where
like
humans
it
don't exist
looks
It is frozen. Why is it
or not
frozen?
don't exist. It's
it
just
looks
There we
fun, but like I don't think I'll buy it.
that it was like an apocalypse that happened and all the humans are missing, but there's robots.
So I really am like oddly interested in this game, and I don't understand why. Like, it looks like a really neat little world. Like, obviously this is supposed to be like one of those games that's like a tech demo for the PS5 is kind of what this feels like. Even though it's rather late for that, but that's just the feeling I get.
Mhm.
Like, it looks neat, and also here comes the important part that they announced. You can be a dick and knock stuff over. It's great.
Yeah,
You can ride a
just like a
canoe.
real cat.
You can take badges out of safes just like a real cat. You can walk
That's
on
true.
I-beams.
A cat would not be heavy enough to do that to an I-beam. I don't know why they did that. I guess they felt like if it doesn't move at all,
Or you can
then-
get out in the box.
Yeah.
I don't know. The point
But
is, like,
anyway.
thi-
Oh god, I'm shooting it.
this strikes me as like a neat idea for a game. However, there is one thing I want to talk about with this. I'll try to keep this very simple. They announced that Stray was going to be available day one on the new, like... Okay, well, it paused there, so I guess I'll just go ahead and go back to the cat. Oh, that's cute. That's fine.
That's a good freeze frame.
So they announced that it was going to come day one to PlayStation's basic equivalent of Xbox Game Pass, which I think they're calling
Yeah,
PlayStation, now.
Plus or something.
It's like
PlayStation Now.
I think it's like PlayStation. Well, oh right. So PlayStation Plus is just kind of like eating PlayStation Now, and they're all subsuming into one entity.
I wouldn't know.
So
I'm not a console peasant.
it's basically like you have varying different like levels of subscription. Like the normal PlayStation thing, which is I think it's like PlayStation Essential, isn't changing. Basically, it's the same price that it always has been, and it'll offer the same things that it has been, I believe. The next level up from that and the level past that, that's where you get access to like the PlayStation Now kind of things where you can stream like PS4 and PS5 games, and then if you go the next level up, I believe you get like PS1, 2, and 3, I think. But there's like a limit to it. And they were really, really weird about getting day one things onto their systems. Because the huge thing with Game Pass is that most of their stuff just gets chucked onto Game Pass immediately. Like Halo, immediately onto Game Pass. You know, that kind of thing. PlayStation is just really adverse to it for some reason. And now, even though this is technically a first party title, they've just come out and said, hey, this is going to be day one, which makes me think that they heard about all of the complaints and did like a hot swap at the last minute to just test it. And I'm like, honestly, I would pay for like a month of the higher PlayStation Now to play this one game if it makes my point that they should just have day one stuff. Like that.
I suppose.
It's just so weird. Anyway, I'm sorry. That's just my spiel about that. I'm
Fair
annoyed
enough.
with PlayStation.
I knew somebody wanted to talk about this game, even though this
Cat.
has been known for a while. It'll be coming out.
Giddy.
In fact, it's coming out quite soon. It said July.
Yeah, I believe so. It is coming out July 19th. So that's a little more than a month away.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just a little over a month.
Kitty. Okay, and okay, Karen, I'm just gonna go ahead and hand this over to you. Oh, whoop.
Oh,
And
is
it-
this the one?
Yeah, this
Is
is
it?
the one.
Is it the one?
It's the one.
All right. So, if you've ever seen a Venn diagram, this is a Venn diagram of my interests, but that is a circle. So, not only is this got nice anime aesthetic, which I'm a fucking weeb, the combat is fucking beautiful. This is probably my favorite kind of like action kind of a game. Is where like I guess the best way you can describe it is spectacle fighter. Just going ham on that fucking monster with this like sharp arm. You've got this
Sharp
girl
arm.
shooting fire. It's great. But what's most important is, and why this is a game I almost bought a PS5 for, or a PS4 for. It's not just an action game. It's also a dating simulator. And I cannot fucking believe that they just looked into my head and said, "Hey, this is a game. You want it?" And I said, "Yeah." They knew me. This game was speaking to me personally.
They made this just for me. This is exactly my game, and no
Yes,
one else
exactly.
is. This is mine.
Exactly.
And
I'm
you
surprised
can't
they
take
didn't
it
put
from
me in the credits, honestly.
Oh my god, but yeah.
Anyway,
so-
this is Eternites, and it was announced, and they said PS4, PS5, and I said, without any hesitation, that I would buy a PS4 for this. And then Dosha pointed out to me, it's on PC, though. And I said, what? And that's all I got.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot, though. That's fine. Oh, Lord. This game does look kind of neat. Like, I've seen a lot of anime-style games recently that have just been kind of... I guess mediocre is the correct word, wherein they've just kind of, like, hucked the style onto it and hope that it works. But then you have games, like, that actually do put in the effort. And considering this is a dating sim, which is just... Look at this.
Oh,
This...
can you show
This
me? Can you
one
go to the next
frame-
frame where the best
This
thing
one
in the
frame
game
just made me
happens?
chuckle, and I'm like, yay. What, this? Oh, yeah, R2 to hold hands,
Oh, press
everybody.
Oh God!
R2 to hold
Yeah.
hands. We're gonna get canceled. It's too lewd. Oh my
R2 to
God.
hold hands. Yeah.
R2 to hold hands.
God,
I
I'm
missed
so
that.
fucking excited. I am more excited for this than any game in the past 5 years.
That's amazing.
That's so much, but I'm glad you're looking forward to it. Like, look, I'm not gonna lie, it looks adorable. It looks like it's a fun little game.
I joined the creators Discord so I can
Oh
get
my
pinged
God.
about notifications.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
It's pretty incredible. Why aren't you using emotes from that server?
What? Oh, that's a good point. Let me see what they got.
Anyway, you want to move on?
Give me just one moment. I noticed
Yeah, that's all I
something-
got.
I noticed something a little bit folky wooky with the audio. I'm fixing it really quick. Okay, that should be good. That should be good. Okay, moving on. What do we have? Why isn't it letting me zoom out? There it goes. Oh yes, the big one. I'll prepare the slides. God, this is very huge, and I think we'll have a lot to talk about this, despite the fact that I don't know if any of us are huge fans of this franchise.
None of us play Street Fighter.
But like,
It
yeah,
had
this was a big one.
In the 80s and the 90s movie.
This was a big one. Like, I actually, oh god, you want some coupons? But
So
this,
Street Fighter 6 is coming out and it has a bunch of controversies, all minor, but they exist.
yeah,
And so it'd be fun to talk about. It's fun to talk about controversy.
yeah. Like, honestly, I think I'm one of the few people who looked at this immediately and was like, I like this art style. Like, this art style looks neat. Then again, I guess I'm just a
Okay,
sucker for, like, the 90s kind of... Like, I don't know even what you call
I
that professionally.
I did like I never like got super hard into Street Fighter. I played a couple of the original games when I had them, but like I'm not someone who like would care about like keeping the original aesthetic. Like I get this is like a way different feel, and I'm fine with that because it looks fucking beautiful. What I'm not fine with is Ryu's beard.
Why are you not fine with it? Oh my god. Oh yeah, and
He's aging, you know?
a lot of
How do you
people
show
are annoyed that Chun Li
weird
actually
stuff?
looks like she actually looks Chinese now. So people are
That's
annoyed
not
with
what
that.
that's not what people
Oh,
are annoyed
all right.
about.
So
No,
no, the
that's another
controversy
thing
that
that
is
people are
okay.
annoyed about.
No,
The
somebody said that on
controversy
the
is
internet. That's
people
not what people are
say
annoyed about.
people say she looks uglier compared to her original design, and then someone after that immediately says, "Oh, you must be racist because now she just looks more Chinese. How dare you?"
Yeah,
That's the end
That
of
which
just
all
got
of the
spread
conversation that went on.
around, yeah.
absolutely ridiculous.
But like, look at this. This looks so
Also, I
neat.
would like to point out something. Yeah, it does look really fucking good, except for Ryu's beard. What I would
Oh
like
my
to point
god.
out, there's a press R2 to hold hand emote. Okay, continue.
Oh my god.
I see.
Anyway, so like, this strikes me as like a
The
really
the
neat
the
thing.
animations, the effects look fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
They look alright. I think they're not as good as Street Fighter 4. I know, but
I would
I
have
don't know.
to
I like Street Fighter
see.
4's
Well,
aesthetic the
I've never
best.
seen Street Fighter 4.
It's my favorite one aesthetically.
I mean, I've played
I'll
a
write that down.
few.
We can look posts.
I think it's fair to say that we've all like at least played a
You are
couple
not going to
rounds
agree
of
with
it.
me.
But
I'll tell
like,
you that.
this looks good. However, the one thing that we probably can agree on, and I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video on it, or just miss it barely, I suppose. So this logo, this bloody logo. People complained about the logo so much to the point where they actually had to change it. Like,
Thank God.
Yeah, and it
s-
looks a lot worse.
It
so
looks so much better.
they changed it. This
I
is
mean,
a
it's
little
still
bit of a
not
mess.
good, but it's way better than it was before.
I
Yeah.
So, for those that haven't seen the whole controversy, the logo at the top left, that's what the original logo was, and then below that, that's what it is now. I
Yeah,
think it
garbage.
looks better as the one on.
I mean, here's
No,
the
it
thing,
looks.
though.
Both of them look considerably worse than the original Street Fighter logos as it's been for
Okay,
the
they
last 20
both
years.
look considerably worse. I'm gonna give you that, but as their own things in a vacuum, the first one is better.
The top one looks like one of the fucking trap remix channels that just re-uploads other people's music. All right,
Yeah, it really
looks
does.
like one of
It
the logos
does, but the
composed.
bottom one looks like someone took a stock font and slapped it on top of a picture of a rock. There's nothing that looks interesting there.
No, I disagree. It looks vaguely like Mortal Kombat, which at least is another fighting game, even if it is derivative.
I mean, it makes
in that
sense, but
way.
I think the point here is
You know
that
what I mean?
everyone can agree that the one on the right, like the original logos, look way better
God,
and way
they
more
have
Yeah.
so much
eye-catching.
character.
Yeah, it's way better.
So much
Yeah.
character.
I do agree with that.
Oh Lord. And okay, what are we moving on? Oh yeah, so this is a bit of a spoiler, I guess. So spoiler warning for everyone who cares about Street Fighter, but apparently the roster may have been leaked. Now, mind you all, this is just a leak. We don't know if it's real or not, but it was enough to send people into a frenzy
Well,
about a
here's
couple
the
of
thing.
things.
Capcom confirmed most of these,
Oh,
and they
was
were
it?
like,
Okay.
so people are like, "Oops, teehee, I dropped this leak. Oh no, teehee."
I
Capcom did.
see.
Oh, so they did that thing. Okay,
Yeah.
classic.
So the roster has basically been revealed. A lot of people weren't happy with a bunch of the design changes. Like in
Mhm.
particular,
A lot of them are pretty, or some of them are pretty radical. Like Cammy's is completely different than how
I
she
can't.
usually is.
yeah.
Jury's isn't as. Jury still keeps like the same general design, but with some new features. But some of them, yeah, like Ken's pretty radically different. Uh, People have a lot to say about Ken. Actually, there's a lot of memes.
Apparently, yeah.
Can
So
I can't see it very well. Can you zoom in on Blanca?
Blanca.
Actually, going back to Chun Li, the main controversy isn't the fact that her face looks different. It's that
One
she
moment.
has lost all of her leg muscle mass. That's the main
Uh,
issue.
so really quick. Well, I am zooming in on that because I have to do that on this end. So we'll go to that really quick because there are a few back to backs that people
Like,
posted.
look at it.
Oh yeah,
She looks
yeah.
so wimpy in the new game. It's like she skipped leg day for a couple of years.
Which one is Blanca? Is he the? Oh, he's
Green
the
boy,
green
orange
Her
leg.
hair.
calves are teeny tiny. How are you
He's
supposed
like the
to
only
swallow
character in the
tail kick me?
franchise that I know, and I just wanted to see what he looked like.
How are you supposed to
Uh,
swallow kick me with those tiny, tiny legs? You're gonna break
Swallow
yourself.
kick.
Yeah.
This is gonna take another minute. So I guess while I'm working on that, if I'm even able to get this to do that, I think it just is too pixelated for me to
If you
actually
can,
zoom
it's
in.
fine.
Yeah.
If you can send it to Teachers Lounge, I'll just look at it there.
To be
Okay.
fair,
We'll
it's
do
probably
that.
people just getting re. To be fair, it's Street Fighter 4 and Five's fault for making her legs so massive in the first place. They've been slowly growing since her original appearance in Street Fighter 2. And Street Fighter 6 is more like a return to Street Fighter 2 or 3 leg size.
I guess.
And I think it's jarring for a lot of people.
Is it jarring? Like I really love to a point. Like as a culture, we're to the point where we're having a philosophical conversation about the size of Chun Li's legs and thighs.
It's a very cultured discussion.
It is
Yep.
very, very cultured. However, there is one other character. Like I'll go back to the roster super quick. I'm sorry I can't. Oh God, that did not fade. But another one who was kind of like got caught a lot of attention was what's her name? Cammy.
Cammy, yes.
Cammy.
I don't know how you don't know her name, but all right.
So Cammy is the first one on the on the second row there, and
Uh-huh.
this is what she normally looks like right here. So
Uh-huh.
this is her original design, and it's actually been kind of confirmed that kind of like leak confirmed that her original costume is still available to select as an alternate costume. That's supposedly what this is.
Yeah, before that was leaked,
Yeah,
people were worried that it was censorship.
yeah, like
And
if
people are really sensitive to that right now.
yeah,
A lot of Japanese games have been pretty heavily censored, more and more so, especially after Sony's policy change in, what was it, 2017, 2018?
yeah, and that's led to a lot of
So
people just releasing
I
their
can't
stuff online.
I can't blame people for being overly sensitive to it, but I think people took it a little too far. Like,
Yeah,
as I understand it, there's probably more of like a story reason. There's a time skip in between what happens in Street Fighter 5 and 6, is my understanding.
we
And I
can.
imagine that Cammy's distancing herself from being one of the Shadow Lu dolls. And so a change of outfit is probably warranted in that case.
I mean, that does make sense, and frankly, I've said this a couple times already.
I'm
Like,
not I'm not somebody who plays the games. This is just what I've gathered from here and there.
yeah,
But
and
yeah.
I agree that censorship is not. It's very little. God, I can't talk. It is not good the majority of the time. Like there are a couple of moments where it kind of makes sense to do so for various things, but more often than not, just putting it as close to its original state as possible is much
Oh,
more preferable
I
because that
think
it like takes the artistic integrity and leaves it intact.
I
But
know why people are really sensitive to it in the Street Fighter community, because Street Fighter Five had a character named Armika, and her default outfit was banned from tournaments because it was too lewd for Twitch.
that's
Wow.
hilarious.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I
man.
think people are worried that Capcom were worried that Capcom is going to, um, you know, pander to this kind of thing. I don't know. I guess I kind of see both sides on this one, but like if as long as the costume's still available
Yeah,
and you're not comfortable with it being a default, that's fine.
that's
That's
exactly
fine.
what I was gonna say. Like, as long as it's still
But
there, and it's just like this is just the face
I
option,
get that it's annoying
but
that it's not default anymore. Yeah,
it's just it's a costume. They
like a
made
lot
a
of
new
the
game for the new character, or they made a new game and they gave a costume to a character. That's what they did.
yeah, a lot of the costumes do feel a lot more muted than some of the past ones we've had, like Chun Li
I mean,
as well.
this
Jury, definitely more muted than it was previously,
this is
but
still not like lacking in vibrancy though. Like it is a little more
vibrancy.
muted in comparison, but like it is
Yeah,
pretty showy.
yeah.
No,
I mean, don't worry, guys. You still have Dead or Alive Extreme if you want to,
general.
or Dead or Alive, not Extreme, but wait, have they made a? They haven't made a Dead or Alive. That's a bad. Um, um,
That's a bad
no,
comparison.
I don't know. Are there any? I can't think of any. I'm sorry, I don't keep up on fighting games.
Okay, here. How about we just
Maybe this
move
is
on?
actually the death of scantily clad fighting game characters.
Let's move on to another thing that happened because this was basically like I believe this was just like the last thing that they showed in the Sony trailer, if I'm remembering correctly. I think it was. I think it's the last one we're talking about at least. So let's move on to this thing and explain to me what this is, Dosha.
That is the Sega Mega Drive Mini 2.
Like, I
They
remember.
had a 40-minute stream, I want to say, on the 4th, 3rd or 4th, like early in the morning for Americans. I don't think ever confirmed any Western releases on these, but so on this picture, it's the one on the right, not the one on the left.
Yeah.
And it has a peripheral. It's not functional of the CD drive. It's there for aesthetic purposes. If you so choose to purchase it, here it is in about its actual size. So this is a sequel to the Sega Mega Drive Mini that already exists. This is a second one. It's coming with around 45 new games, including Sonic CD with, I think, some extra features and there's one game that's never been released on the Mega Drive getting a facelift for the Mega Drive Mini that's getting put on there. I don't remember which one that was called. And then they also said there's like a secret new project in addition to that. But word around the web is that these aren't super exciting choices to go on there. I guess other than Sonic CD, but Sonic CD has been re-released elsewhere, so
Yeah.
uh, I don't know. I guess it's pretty much relying on what that new project is, and I'm going to try to see if I can't find the name of that game
Well,
that's new.
wasn't.
Super Fantasy Zone. Wait, no, sorry, Fantasy Zone. It's the original Fantasy Zone. They're redoing it in the style of the Mega Drive release of Super Fantasy Zone, but it's the original game on the Mega Drive Mini 2.
I mean, that's really cool, but isn't this like. Okay, so years and years ago, like, I think it's almost been like 5 years maybe at this point. Nintendo announced that they were doing the like NES and then the SNES Mini, and
Uh-huh.
everyone lost their minds about it. And like I
Yeah.
remember like looking online, they were super
And
expensive, they were super hype. Now it's all just like included in the what is it called, the advanced Switch thing, the expansion cartridge or expansion something. You basically, if you pay a little bit more on your Nintendo Online account, you get access to like the whole slew of stuff, including, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's actually like Sega games included in that. I don't know if Sonic CD is included in it, but I swear there were a few Sonic games just on there. So I'm like, I guess that this is probably just going to be a
I don't think
Japan
so.
only release.
I don't think so. You underestimate what boomers are willing to spend on their childhood memories.
Like, is
That's
a
probably unfair, Gen Xers, but like my stepdad was interested in it,
really?
uh, in the NES Mini specifically. But if
Oh,
somebody grew up with a Sega Mega Drive, they might actually want this, you know. And they're not like an avid game player nowadays, but they did when they were a kid. Something like this appeals to people like that.
I mean, I can kind of see it for like a collector's market, but I'm just like, I don't know if it'll actually come to the states. Like that's the only question that I really
Well, they
have.
announced it for about $75 each, so I assume they're doing it in the last. But
Uh, okay, to correct what I said earlier, it is the Sega Genesis. So there is a Sega Genesis
yeah.
thing for the expansion pack for Switch Online. I was misremembering. My
Oh,
apologies.
okay, yeah. That's the Switch Online. That's a bit different.
Yeah, but
That's part of the appeal of these things is that they are a physical plug and play.
let me see here. What do we have next? I think that this is another one that you suggested, Dosha. Let me just fade to it really quick as soon as my mouse wants to find the button. There we go. So this is Adventure Academia.
So, Acquired Game Studios had a sort of direct thing. It was entirely in Japanese. I had no idea what they were saying the whole time, but they had 4 announcements to make. This was one of them, and is a game that I am now very interested in.
Okay.
You are basically an instructor, and you're trying to get your class some field experience. So you take them out on into the field, and you can see your male character there in the middle has this like buff field around him, and that's where you can place the characters. But all the other characters are controlled by AI, just like real students, and you have to manage them to make sure that they don't hog all the XP or get themselves killed. And so it's not really a tactics game in the traditional sense. It's yeah, a strategy RPG, but I don't know if I'd call it a tactics game. But it looks cute. The little designs are cute. The characters look nice. I'll give
Oh,
it a
whoop.
try if they did an English release.
Would you like to try Genshin Impact? Thanks, YouTube, for the ad. I appreciate it.
Wow.
Thanks for
Did,
multiple
did
ads,
they just show up
YouTube.
with C6?
What?
Hold on, was that a C6 Arataki
I
Ito?
think it was, yeah.
All right,
Okay,
that's
well,
expensive.
that's an ad for sure.
But
Okay.
anyway, I think
Oh,
it looks
God.
cute. Nobody else here is interested in it, just me.
I mean, I think it
They,
looks kind of cute, but
Yeah.
yeah, and I'll
God,
play it if they either make an English version or there's a fan-made English patch for it.
I have no
I've got it on
idea.
my wish list,
This one's
but
pretty cute.
it doesn't say it's coming out in English, so I'm
Yeah.
I'm not holding out hope for an
If it
official
wasn't
English
coming out in
release.
English, why would the trailer have English text?
That's a good question, Tim.
That is a wonderful question.
But they didn't announce an
Who's
English
Tim?
thing for it, and the Steam page doesn't have an English listed as one of the languages, so yeah. The next one is Akiba's Trip 2, which I thought was a new one, which was confusing because I was like, wait, they already have an Akiba's
Yeah.
Trip 2. It's released as Undead and Undressed in the US.
So you were like saying this was a DLC then, right?
Yeah, I read up on it afterwards on the Crunchyroll. I did a little post stream roundup for it, and they said that it's a DLC that they're talking about here. Akiba's Strip is a franchise where you have to fight vampires, basically, but the vampires only die if completely exposed to sunlight, so you have to undress them.
Yep.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's got some etchy
It is a
elements to it. But my
silly,
understanding,
silly game.
yeah, my understanding, it's
Yeah, I've
mostly a
seen.
comedy. You can fight people with. So you're an Akiba, so you buy like fan merchandise to
Yeah.
fight each other's with. You don't use actual weapons. You can buy a kebab and
Yeah.
beat people with it.
So-
A rolled up
Yeah.
poster of a cute anime girl, stuff like that.
Okay, here.
So it's a comedy game, but
Can I tell a quick story regarding this that I just remembered? Well,
Yeah,
not
what
this
else?
one specifically, but Akiba's trip, just in general. So I had a argument
Akiba's
with
trip.
someone once.
Uh-huh.
So this was
Wow.
the
Shocking.
argument was, is it Akiba's strip or Akiba's trip?
Well, the game is Akiba's
It's
trip.
oh,
I'm just
Akiba's
sitting here like,
strip is the name
that's
of
the point.
the main road that you go down in
yeah,
Akiba.
yeah, but like his
Or like,
argument his argument was, okay, so what do you think it is? And at the time I was like, okay, I think it's Akiba's trip, as in like the trip to Akiba. And then he's like, okay, cool. No, the game is about blasting vampires in sunlight by basically throwing them out with no clothes, so it's Akiba's strip.
you're not throwing them into the sun, just taking their clothes off so that
It's
they're
like,
already in the sunlight.
it was such a weird argument to have in the middle of a GameStop at like 11 a.m. But
Yeah.
people really like arguing with you when you're a GameStop employee, so that is something that I had to talk to someone about.
I mean, like that's the whole joke though. It's supposed to be both, but
Yeah.
there's the apostrophe, so it's Akiba's trip. But
Yeah.
anyway, I had seen a lot about this game when I was younger, and I had always wanted to play it, so I might get this.
Mm.
I
Make sure you get the first one first. Undead and Undressed is not the first game. The first game is under a different title.
yeah.
The original it's a PSP port, and then this one's a PSP Vita port. So keep
Yeah.
that in mind. I
It's a
forget what the
thing.
other one's called, but two different games. They're kind of cult classics. You might not like it if you try it. It's not like a traditional JRPG, but it's still a RPG of some kind. Anyway, if you think it sounds funny, then you might give it a try.
I mean, I've seen gameplay of it. It looks pretty cool. Now, what is this one? This is Labyrinth of Zengetsu.
Yeah, this is a game
Would you like to support
that
them on
they
PayPal?
revealed for the first time. I don't think that's. I don't know. I pulled this off of
Would you
Channel
like
News
to
Channel.
support them on
Thank
PayPal?
you.
Would you like to win a
but-
free console?
You could get a
You-
free console.
You get a
Okay.
free console, boys.
I'm glad that they clipped this because a surprising number of these trailers have not been clipped and put onto YouTube yet. This one is sort of like a dungeon crawler with a fun art style, but I don't really know anything about it. Again, it's all in Japanese. I don't think they have a planned English release for this.
Oh, and it's
At all.
freezing a little bit. Or maybe that's actually just part of the video. I can't tell. Well, like, so what is this about? I can't tell a thing about
I
what this is about.
don't ask me.
Why did you
I watched
put this there?
because it was part of the thing, and you guys hadn't seen it. You didn't watch it live like I did.
I mean, yes, because we weren't willing to get up at 6 in the morning to watch an obscure Japanese whatever this is.
Publisher.
I don't even know, like, I can't even tell what this game is about. It's just like, it could be anything at this point.
Well, they haven't done the gameplay yet. That's
Okay.
later. You can
Later,
fast forward
he
a little bit. Yeah, fast forward a little
Okay,
bit.
so...
Like about. Oh, yeah, I guess we are. Yeah, there we go.
okay.
Gameplay.
So, Labyrinth of Sengetsu. That is a nice looking title.
Behold.
Oh, okay. So it's a dungeon crawler?
Yeah, you'll check it out.
It's a dungeon crawling
A black and white dungeon crawler,
samurai game.
but it's like got very Japanese kind of spooky aesthetic to it. You go through the torii gate into the fog. Oh no! Encounter an enemy.
Oh my god.
There they are.
That actually does look
Zombies.
kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. So this is a
Yeah.
like dungeon
It's got
crawling
a-
RPG.
Yeah, it's a dungeon crawling RPG. That's, I mean, like what you're seeing is on the screen is about all I've got too. That's pretty much all there is to see about it. If that appeals to you, you might look into it, and you also know or are learning Japanese. It's not gonna, I don't think, ever come out in English, unless it gets like monstrously popular. But that's really unlikely.
It might. What's in the chest? Is it a mimic? No idea.
All right,
Alright, so what
and
is this
then
next
they did
one?
one other. Oh, Yeah, this was so
Kamiwaza
this is a
Turai.
port for an older game about being a thief in Japan, in like feudal Japan.
Oh, that sounds neat.
It looks. People have compared it to Katamari Damacy.
What?
Uh, you just got to look at it. It looks goofy.
Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, this looks like PS1 junk. Oh dear.
It looks fun. Oh, PS2. Don't be unfair.
No, I really think this looks like the PS1, dude.
You've never seen a PS1 game,
I
then.
have.
You must not have if you think this looks like a PS1 game.
Oh dear.
No way.
Oh, we even have like the bag on the back, of course.
Yeah, you have that for the whole game, pretty much.
Oh,
But
this
yeah,
is your character. Oh. Oh, I see what you mean with
fight people,
Katamari.
steal
Okay.
their stuff, talk to people, do missions, sneaky.
Okay.
You
Oh,
can change.
customize the bag.
Uh huh.
You can.
I think this game looks pretty fun.
Yeah, doesn't it?
What the heck is this? Oh,
There's like
dear.
flavor of Yakuza in there to some
Yeah.
degree.
Yeah, no, I can feel it. Oh my god.
Look at him. He's sneaking.
What in the heck, bro? Bro.
That wasn't the. To be clear, that wasn't the
Bruh.
trailer that they showed at the event. I can't actually find that trailer, but
hold on.
this one is getting an English release.
I'll buy
for the
it.
PS. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems good. Hold on.
It looks
I gotta-
goofy. I think that one will be fun. But that was all they had at the Acquire show.
hold on.
The rest of it, they had a VTuber, but it's all in Japanese. I can't. I don't understand.
They had a VTuber.
This
Yeah, it was a VTuber.
Was the VTuber a man who was face down like a fish walking across the one
Well,
like
it was a
stair step?
man. It was a man in a business suit with a samurai sword, and he had some other weird feature. I think a scarf is what it was.
You know what? Actually, hold on. I'm going to get.
Oh yeah, he had like this weird hat, cowl thing that was like green.
I'm gonna whip out Google Translate. I'm gonna see if that actually gets what's on screen right now because I want to know what the heck this
Kawaii.
is.
But the Acquire show was, I mean, it was completely in Japanese. I have no idea what they were saying. There were no subtitles. Nobody in the chat was posting English either. Unlike the Sega announcement, there were some people in English talking, but the Acquire one, nobody in
Oh,
English
God.
there at all.
Okay,
A couple-
so
In not Spanish, the other one, Portuguese. That was it.
okay, so if Google is to be believed, it says crawling on top of the world, east and west.
Wow.
Crawling
That's
on the world, east
amazing.
and west. Oh my
Crawl
god.
across the world from east to west. I bet it's something like that.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here like, God bless. Just this one out of context clip would kind of make me want to buy the game. Just
Yeah,
this one dude doing the shuffleupagus, face down, face planted on a stair step.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
sneaking.
God. I love it.
He's
I love
below
it. Okay, enough of that. And again, another one that you wish to talk about. So, actually, hold on. Before we go into this one, I guess this does need a little bit of explaining. So, Limited Run Games is a really cool shop that is basically, their goal is forever physical. So, they take games that would otherwise not have or have never really had like available physical copies, and they make limited runs of those physical copies that you can get for like a short period of time before the pre-orders close and it's never made again. So they did an entire show that basically previews all the stuff that they were going to do. There were 33 total new physical releases that got shown, and like there's just a lot that we could go through with here.
Yeah, so there
Like, there's
weren't
a
a lot
lot.
of new game announcements, but there were a lot of brand new games that have never been re-released before.
Yeah.
There was a DSiWare game that's getting a physical release that you cannot get otherwise.
Yes.
Uh,
Go Coco Polo. Actually, I
yeah,
think that's available. Hold on, let me open that real quick. Yeah, here we go.
there's a not cyberpunk. What is it? It's Blade Runner. Blade Runner. Blade Runner. The original Blade Runner video game is getting a re-release.
I think that's also on here. Yeah.
Yeah. There is a bunch of FMV games that are getting re-released. I think there were 4 of them.
Yeah. There's a ton of FMV games. Like, good lord.
And then, Way Forward has like a million games.
Yep.
They want to talk about here, like Spider Sword.
They're releasing Shantae again for like the 5th time. At this point, like,
Hey, Nate, when did you order your copy
God.
of Shantae for the Game Boy Color?
Okay, so that actually needs a little bit of explanation. So Shantae is a series that has existed for a long while. It didn't really start picking up steam again until relatively recently. Like, the first game came out for the Game Boy Color, then another one came out, I believe it was for the Game Boy Advanced. I think that was Risky's Revenge. Then after that, Pirate's Curse came out, and Pirate's Curse was absolutely huge. And they've made a couple of games since then. But because it was a game that kind of blew up in popularity long after its original first game, original copies of Shantae, like the first Shantae for the Game Boy Color, were so expensive that they borderlined like $300 to $500 per copy. If you had a sealed copy, it was over $1,000. It was crazy. So Limited Run actually had been working with Way Forward, who owned Shantae, and they reproduced a new cartridge for it. And I was very excited, and I got one. That was 1.5 years ago. So, like, this is the one caveat I will say about Limited Run. They make really good products. I have never gotten a Limited Run product that I was ever disappointed in. They include a whole bunch of cool little knickknacks.
I've never gotten a Limited Run product.
I've never purchased a single product ever.
You bought products, but you never received them.
Yeah, so I've shopped from Limited Run for like years now, and it really depends on the things that you get. If you just get like the normal games, like if you just got one copy of this Shantae for the PS4, I bet that this would come to you in like maybe a little less than a year. Because they don't have like a stock of them ready when they open the pre-orders. They open the pre-orders and then they manufacture to meet the demand, which is a smart thing to do. However, it does mean that it takes a while for stuff to come. Like, I honestly forget that I order stuff from Limited Run sometimes, and then it just shows up in the mail. It's just there, like, months, sometimes, like, a year or two later. So, yeah. It's still pretty cool, though, honestly. Like, just this whole company, just their entire mission statement is so neat. It's so fun. Like, they have a lot of cool stuff available. Like American Hero, for example. That's another one that they announced. This is one of the mini FMV games.
Do you have an actual trailer pulled up for that one?
I believe so, yes. Oh, I added it to the cart. Well, I guess I'm buying it now. Anyway. American Hero.
By American Hero?
I mean, I'm not actually buying that. No, I'm joking.
Okay. Because the one we were interested in, I mean, not interested in, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, but apparently this one's uncensored.
Yeah, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is a very, very popular, very old FMV. I watched what's his name? Angry Video Game Nerd back in the day. I watched him play that.
Should I just pull up Plumbers Don't Wear Ties instead of American Hero?
No, this is fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
There isn't a trailer, I thought. I looked for one. I did look for one. I couldn't find one.
I just pulled it up out of the Limited Run, like, live stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you can do that.
Yeah.
All these FMV games are really horny.
Yeah. Quite a few, actually.
I mean, I think that's the point.
I mean, I guess not all of them, but...
most of them.
All of those, every single FMV game they showed in this stream was horny.
That's true.
Special
but that's why
release.
That's why they're sought after, I guess. It's like, ooh,
Yep.
that was the first time I saw the booby.
The boo. But yeah, like
I was but
there's
a
a
wee
lot.
babu when I saw the booby.
Yeah, boo.
Oh wait, no.
I
Oh,
saw
that's
it
right.
on
It's
Night
over
Trip.
here. I
Night
think
Trap.
this was it.
Oh, Night Trip.
Yes, here we go. So this is the plumbers don't wear ties one.
Okay. Limited run.
Limited run. By the way, limited run. If you want to sponsor us,
I don't think that would happen, but look, if they need a sponsor from Pizza Hut, they're not going to sponsor us.
oh, we'll get to that. Just
Yeah.
hold that. We'll get to that. But yeah, no. So this is the. Why is this a game?
Because
Why is it a game?
Why
is
is it a
anything?
game?
And
I
it's
get
4K upscale.
It's been
compared
upscaled
to
down.
compared to the other FMVs that they showed, this one gives major porn vibes.
I think it's about porn, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm pretty sure. Well, that's the joke, right? Because the shtick.
Oh wait, there was one that wasn't about that wasn't horny, and it was about boxing. It was black. and white.
Oh right, I
The one that I
forgot
thought
about
was
that
wacky.
one. Yeah, yeah.
That one did look pretty interesting. It was just like I'm imagining how you play it, and it just sounds interesting.
Mm.
Yeah. But I don't know. At any rate, plumbers don't wear ties. But
They don't.
there was one other one that got like that just kind of blew everything out the water. This is I'm going to turn the sound on for this one because people need to hear it.
Is this the one I think
Agents,
it is?
it's good to see you. I hope you're giving those bad guys hell. I'm here with some important messages from our sponsors at Pizza Hut and Limited Run Games. Pre-orders for
You just
Teenage
got-
Mutant Ninja Turtles
Pizza.
Shredder's Revenge will open. And
Oh
every
yeah,
copy
it's
sold
probably
for
worth
Limited Run
mentioning that
Games
the whole
and
limited
major US
runs
retailers
game showcase
will include
was
a free Pizza
a
Hut personal pan pizza.
full motion
Not only
video
that, but they'll have a VHS style classic edition that
light
includes
gun
the
shooter
game
port for
Steelbook.
like an SNES or something because you use the control stick to control it. It was it's pretty. It was funny. All right, it was
Okay.
entertaining. It was a little cringy,
I mean,
just
fair
like
enough.
video game shows need to be. They should be funny and entertaining and a little bit cringy. I feel like the video game industry has forgotten that. Thank God for limited run games and
Indeed.
Devolver Digital for bringing it back.
Indeed. Also, so since I'm pretty sure that no one could hear what either of you said until I paused the video because they were both playing. Whenever you get a copy of TMNT Shredder's Revenge from Limited Run Games, they all come with a free personalized Pizza Hut pizza. That's not a joke.
Personal pan pizza, not
Personal.
a personalized pizza.
Or yeah, you get a pizza with your
And-
face on it.
Just like from the kids' reading club.
Oh my god. But anyway.
And
Oh yeah, it comes in this
A
adorable
figure.
yeah, this adorable Shredder's figure.
Uh huh.
Like look
Yeah,
at
that's
that.
pretty amazing. I mean, like, you could put that on a shelf.
Oh, also, just to point this out, this is how it was streamed. It was intentionally pixelated, so it's not my fault. Don't blame me. Oh, whoops.
I think it's pretty clear that.
That's how you loop a video. They didn't get rid of it. They hit it.
Oh, you right click. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you right click.
You
Okay,
forgot to
anyway.
check
But
Apparently.
at any rate,
other TMNT games anyway. So
like this TMNT game actually looks great though. Look at this.
yeah, if you're into beat 'em ups, multiplayer beat 'em ups, this is the one to get.
It is so good. It looks incredible.
Yeah, it's so colorful.
Look at it.
Sprites are so animated. I really like it visually, and then like it's not as boring as some of the other beat 'em ups I played. Looking at it,
Yeah, but like this
it's
is
good.
it looks really nice.
I've never really played the originals one of this. I didn't have an SNES,
I mean,
but you know,
we can play it at the arcade though. There's like a machine for it.
there was an arcade machine for a different Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game.
Well, yeah. But what the fuck? But yeah, so
Yes,
if you want a free small pizza from Pizza Hut, buy the game because
Not small, a personal
Frankly,
pan.
like look at that. That's a whole little
I
hand
have this
pizza.
memorized. Tim or
We're
Curry,
live. I
you
can't
read a
cut it
lot
out.
of Curry. You didn't read a lot of books when you were a kid, huh?
Excuse you? What?
Because
Yeah,
you would
what,
know
what, what, what?
What?
you would know it was a personal pan pizza if you had ever read any books when you were a kid, because you get free pizzas for reading books.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk. I'm gonna like moonwalk right past that bad vibe that you just belted out there.
You didn't know?
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just
Know
gonna
that?
like go to this next one.
Come on, you didn't
Yeah,
know
what's
that?
the next
No,
one
I
there,
have never
Curry?
once heard of that. So let's
You've
go on
never
to
heard of
this one.
reading? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull it
Just
up.
casually insult my intelligence on stream.
I'm not insulting your
This
intelligence.
is the second time he's done it. The second time he's done it this stream.
Like, good God, you have a vendetta against me. I'll dox you. I have the power.
Yeah, it's called the Pizza Hut Book It program.
The Book It program. Oh my God, that's terrible. Why would
Since
you call it the Book It
Pizza
program?
Hut program has been dedicated to encouraging reading in schools nationwide. Set a reading goal for each child in your class from October through March. When they meet their monthly goal, you get to recognize them with a certificate and a free one-topping personal pan pizza. And you can do that. So you would read books and you would record them when you're at school, and then you would go to Pizza Hut and you get your free pizza for the month.
Okay,
And there are some adults that I have heard who still do this. They don't use the program, but they read a book and they're like, I'm going to Pizza Hut to buy myself a personal pan pizza. That's a thing people do.
okay,
All right, that's how influential it is.
okay,
And I think
cool.
you guys totally missed out on that.
All right, that's fine. Here, talk about this dumb game that you're interested in.
Okay.
I don't know why you were like, you were the only one who, when we looked at this, you were like, oh, this looks sick. And everyone else was just kind of like, eh.
I mean, it looks amazing on play, and I heard it's pretty good too.
I have no idea.
Look at it; it's
I
a
mean-
cool medieval action game. Looks like it came out in like the Xbox original. It looks
It-
great, and it's like got an HD upscale.
I
It
mean,
looks
it
great.
Oh,
looks great
it
for the
froze.
original Xbox, maybe.
Dude.
Okay,
A world divided clashes again.
looks like fun.
I just look at this and I'm like, this looks like it has sloppy, non-responsive
Western-
controls, and that is a non-plus for me.
I don't know how you could get that from looking at this.
Look at this. Like, my goodness.
It looks great. It looks like
yeah.
Skyrim, but with better combat.
It looks like Skyrim, but low poly,
It's okay if it's low poly. That's the point.
which you can already get. You just play Skyrim on your toaster. It's fine.
Yeah, this is getting a physical release.
I will say, I like this
Pretty cool,
armor. This armor looks neat.
Yeah, the armors looked really cool. That was another thing. Like, the design of the game looks really neat. There aren't a lot of games coming out that look like this anymore.
Eh.
It's kind of unfortunate. I wish we had more of them. There's like, what was the last one? Dragon's Dogma? When are we going to see another one of those?
I think the last one we saw that had the
I guess
same
there's
vibe
Dark
as
Souls.
this was Elden Ring. But as we all know, that
Well,
has been like a
yeah,
long,
but it's a-
long time away. Like, it's
No, but
been
that's a-
like 2 decades since Elden Ring
It
came
doesn't,
out. Like,
though.
my God.
This is an action action game. And that one's a Soulsborne. All right, it's a different thing.
It's a different thing.
Yeah, it's a different genre.
Can I just get Elden Ring?
You can.
I think I just prefer Elden Ring.
This looks better than Elden Ring to me.
Ooh, boy. Okay.
Those trees, they look nice.
Do they?
So dour.
Aren't you like... Nah, never mind. It's alright. I think that's all that we really had, honestly.
There was one more thing from that place that I don't think either of you cared about, but I really did, because oh my god, they're re-releasing Glover.
Yeah, here, let me see if I can find that really quick, because this is just like the full thing. Like, this was huge. I couldn't believe that when I first saw it. First of all, I can't believe anyone remembers Glover. Second of all, holy shit, Glover. Yeah, here we go. As soon as we have two
Glover. Oh,
ads. Did anyone want to play Valorant and just hate themselves more? No. Okay, let's go.
I don't get the hype over Glover, but
Well, look, it's Glover.
it
looks
looks
fine.
so cute.
It looks like okay.
I really
get-
like the movement.
It's got some really creative animation. I'll give you that. But otherwise, it looks like a 3D collectathon platformer. I'm not into those at all.
You're
It
not-
is a 3D collectathon platform, but the movement is what
I
makes
know,
it
so
unique.
for it.
Yeah. It's very good.
Yeah, that's true. Like look it's very animated and interesting looking.
You can
in that
change
room, but-
the ball.
It's cute. I'll give it cute. I have zero interest in playing it.
But yeah.
I have a lot of interest in playing it. If I had my job already, I would have already pre-ordered this.
Like, look, I remember seeing Glover to, like, rent at
I like
my
that it's
local... Because for those of you who grew up recently,
that's
you
true.
bloody Zoomers, every single time I went to a video rental shop, which was totally a thing, you can... you would just see Glover there for some reason. Like, when
So
they
I
were
think-
still doing the N64 games. Oh my god. So
My
fun.
mom rented me a JRPG for the GameCube once when I was sick. She also rented me, gosh, what was it? Cubics.
Oh god, Cubics.
That game wasn't very good, but I played through like most of it.
Oh my goodness.
I was sick and I couldn't move from my bed really, so I just played Cubics. I'd beaten Pokemon XD for like the 4th time, so
Oh
I
dang.
need to do something else.
Well, I think that's about it. I don't think we have
That's
anything else to
all
talk
we've had
about.
so far.
Yeah.
So, there was there was the. I mean, those are all the ones where there were any announcements worth talking about. Next week's going to have a pretty meaty.
Tomorrow is the biggest day, isn't it? Isn't
Yeah.
tomorrow the
Yeah.
the summer fest thing?
I don't know if I'd call it the biggest day. That remains to be seen.
I mean, it
But
depends
it
on
is-
what Xbox
I won't
brings.
say the thing I saw. I saw a pretty big leak, and if that leak is true, that's going to be pretty exciting.
Okay, so
Yeah,
schedule coming up June 9th. Summer Game Live Fest event is tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Also, there's the Devolver Digital Marketing Countdown to Marketing after the show. It's going to be at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. The Summer's Game Fest, they've already talked about some of the games that are going to show up for it. So we've got some idea of what's going to be there. Hoyoverse actually has a surprisingly large presence at this thing. The makers of Genshin Impact, Honkai Impact, they are announcing a new game and bringing details in about another project that we do know the name of. It's Honkai Impact Star. It's not Trails or
Star
something.
Rail.
Yeah, Star Rail. That's it. And there's a bunch of other games. You know, there's going to be Call of Duty, and I'd have to actually go and look, and I don't want to do that right now. But most importantly, after the opening weekend, we will have more conferences that I have to keep track of. So once that happens, we can pretty much say, okay, we know what all the conferences are now. But that's like the big thing.
Oh, right.
He's the organizer. Thank
There
God.
is a leak going around on a release date for the Nintendo Direct. Would you like to know that?
If you want, if the date, yeah, go ahead and tell me.
Date's fine.
If I remember correctly, it was either the 13th or the 15th, one of those two.
Really?
The 13th is pretty packed. They'd have to do it early, but I guess they usually do it early. The 15th would make a lot more sense.
Wasn't the last one at like
Let's see.
I'll look it up real
noon?
quick.
Smartest night. June 10th. Netflix Geek Week
Yeah.
doesn't really count because they're
June
not really talking
15th
about.
at noon.
They're not really planning on talking about new video games, but they are planning on talk about animation projects related to video games. There was news about what was the thing that I was like interested in learning more about. I posted a image with all that information on it a little bit ago, and I don't remember where or when or why or how or who's. Oh, there it is. I found it. Cuphead show. Oh, they're going to have information about Sonic Prime because the Sonic
Right.
Connect did not have a lot of information. They're going to have information about Dota, Dragon's Blood, Tekken Bloodline. I guess there's a Tekken TV show. 10 plus Netflix games, including Lucky Luna, Ponpy, and Laka. Oh, right. They said that they were going to do. They were kind of doing like a interactive movie thing that they're doing called Netflix Games. So I guess we're going to talk about that. Maybe it is a games thing. Then we'll see what happens there.
Mayhaps.
Aside from that, the other thing happening on the 10th is the Tribeca Games Spotlight. I remember it not being particularly interesting last year. I expect the same for this. June 11th, Guerrilla Collective 3, that is their first conference this year. 3 meaning this is the third year they've done it. They separated out a lot of the interview portion that they did last year into their own thing that happened earlier today, I believe it was. The Black Voices in Gaming, I think, is by the same people. And they kind of intercut that last year. So hopefully this year it's only trailers. That would be nice. Last year they produced a lot of trailers and a lot of indie game trailers. So if you want to see what the indie scene's doing, that's the place to check. Also, that's going to happen at, I forgot to mention the times. June 10th, Tribeca Games is at 12 Pacific or 3 Eastern. Guerrilla Collective, their first stream is going to be at 8 a.m. on June 11th for Pacific time, or 11 a.m. at Eastern time. Also on June 11th, Wholesome Direct. That one's always been like good, comfy games. Not usually the kind of games I play, but it's usually nice to watch. There's usually some quirky games with good art styles in there. That's going to happen at 9:30 Pacific or noon 30 Eastern. And then Future Game Show, which is run by Games Radar, I think. That one is at noon Pacific or 3 Eastern on June 11th. I don't remember what they did last year, but I know that it's happening. June 12th is the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase. That's the real big one. 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And then the PC Gaming Show happens right afterwards, as they've always traditionally done, at 12:30 p.m. Pacific or 3:30 Eastern. And then after that is June 13th. The Guerrilla Collective has their second stream. Don't ask me why they split it that way. 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and Capcom is also having a showcase that day, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Capcom is doing a lot of projects right now, being the owners of Castlevania. Wait, no, not Castlevania. That's Konami. Or is it? Am I wrong? No, it's Konami, right? But they do have Resident Evil. They have Street Fighter, and they have Monster Hunter. The Monster Hunter title is coming out this year, but we could theoretically see another Monster Hunter. What is it? Monster Hunter Stories. Monster Hunter Stories 3. We could potentially see something like that, or they could announce another one of their animated shows. What was it? It was like Legends of the Guild. I thought it was awful, but I mean, I would like to see more.
Dalma, damn it!
And but I'm expecting more out of their other franchises. So I don't know. Seems pretty exciting. They have a lot to talk about at Capcom. We have a couple of unannounced shows, though. The ones I know for sure that are unannounced: Square Enix, Ubisoft, EA, And then Nintendo Directs, although we have that leak time, so we'll see what happens.
I mean, honestly,
Uh,
it wouldn't surprise me if like none of them showed up, because like EA, I'm pretty sure that they could just chuck all of their stuff into the Xbox Bethesda conference and be fine.
Mhm.
It's like I don't think that ever since Anthem came out, I don't feel like they've been trying to do anything particularly big.
I mean, EA might be happening really late, though. I think last year they did it late. I think I might have heard that they're doing it in August or something, but I
Did-
don't. I'd have to double check.
Didn't EA like lose FIFA or something? It was like one of their biggest things, and
I don't
they
know.
just like I think they lost the rights to FIFA if I'm remembering correctly.
Mm.
So like, I don't even know what the heck they have that they could talk about, frankly, because I haven't heard a peep out of them in a long, long while.
Right. Well, anyway, those are the conferences that we know for sure are happening between now and next week when we do our part 2 stream. The Games Fest thing says it's going to be 3 weeks of games, so I expect there to be a bunch of announcements of other things that are happening after that. But for now, that's what we've got to work with.
Yay!
So next week we'll be able to talk more in detail about what we're doing on week 3. But for now, that's a lot of stuff. Are you guys excited about any of those other than the Xbox and the Summer Games Fest event? Devolver Digital, I guess.
Like Devolver is always a good time, but I don't really know like what could particularly be waiting to surprise me because like I just don't know of what's really on the horizon
Devolver
for
always
anybody.
surprises me.
Because like Bethesda,
I mean,
already-
obviously, everyone's excited for the Nintendo Direct.
well, yeah,
Oh, yeah, but everyone's going to be
assuming
disappointed
that's
immediately
there.
afterwards. Because they always are.
That's not true. There was a
See,
direct in
guys,
like
it's-
2019 that was super on point. When there,
It's time. It's going to be Silk Song. I promise.
it's
This
gonna be
time,
Silk
I know I
Song.
said that the last
How
12
many years has it been, Blake? How many
Uh,
years has it been?
We're just doxing each other. Okay.
Anyway. So that's aside the point. The point is, there's a bunch of conferences coming up. Most of them are going to be smaller. Are you guys? Which one of these are you least looking forward to, other than Netflix Geek Week?
I mean, honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to Netflix Geek Week because they said they were going to talk about like Dragon Prince and I think I heard
Oh
like
yeah,
maybe like Castlevania and
today, I think.
just something like they're talking about something. Heck, it might be going on right now. We don't know, but
It would have happened earlier today, but maybe I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm so neutral on the whole thing. I'm just like, just show me something, because the worst thing that you could do is just like make something or make up something, right? Like you're like, oh, we have big, huge announcements, and then you just do a thing and there's nothing there.
Mhm.
Like as
I'm
long as
expecting
go.
either Tribeca Games or Gorilla's second stream to be the worst one. That's my expectation.
I don't even know what
Or
Guerrilla
maybe-
Games has.
I don't remember if the Future Game Show actually had anything last year, but I don't know. We'll check it out. Maybe that'll be the most disappointing one because it's just a talk show or something.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't remember. I wrote down everything that Tribeca did. Let me jump. Recently, Tribeca is an indie publisher. They're publishing Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course. So that's coming out later this month, isn't it? So they'll probably have a lot of details about that. They publish a Plague Tale, which is that cute mouse game where you hide from rats. They published Oxenfree, which is an indie horror adventure game that got actually a lot of people enthralled. It was pretty popular. Those are the things they're most well known for. We'll see if they have anything good this year. But I don't remember last year's being particularly exciting. Oh yeah, I've got a picture. Let me post it.
A picture,
You guys can see. Remember how I said there was a VTuber at the
Oh
acquired
yeah.
shop? That's the VTuber right there. I just sent.
Where'd you put it?
Oh, I sent it directly.
Let's
Open
see.
your.
Oh, it's
Uh,
just a ninja. What?
You
He's
did
not-
not send it to me.
That's true.
Hold on a moment.
It'll get pulled up.
Let me just do this really quick.
Next time we should make a. We should have made it. Oh man, if we thought about it ahead of time, I would have made a schedule pop up. That would have been nice.
I mean, yeah. If you want to do that for the next one, that's fine.
I can try, although it depends on how much we know by the time the stream happens.
Let's see here. Give me just one moment, and I will have that image
I can
pulled up.
announce like the day of. I might not be able to.
Well, the joke is the next one will be at the end of this 2 weeks.
Hmm.
Okay.
guess. I don't know. I'm not like
Centered. So
I
here's
don't have-
the here's the thing.
was that VTuber?
Oh, weird. Wow, the thing did not like that at
How did-
all.
Somebody else sent it.
What? Okay,
What
hold
have you
on. I don't know. I just added the picture. I didn't do anything else. What happened? Professionalism at its absolute finest. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
That's
Hold
what I
on.
would call it.
Indeed.
He was like, "Oh, hold on there, Nelly."
Oh.
Additional image.
Okay, there we go. Fixed. Jeez.
Okay.
Gee willikers.
VTuber is everything that you expected and hoped for, Carrot.
No, actually, that looks like absolute dog shit, and I cannot believe that's something that someone has considered a VTuber.
Well,
Oh,
he was.
God.
He was alive. I wish I took a video of it, but he's like reacting and stuff and walking around.
Flopping is the correct term. Okay.
Yeah, for a VTuber.
Okay, I have the power to end this suffering, and I'm going to go ahead and say yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has
See you
been our
next week.
presentation. We hope you enjoyed it.
We're gonna see you on the 15th, around the same time, ideally.
Well,
And yeah,
okay.
that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Goodbye. Ooh, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Get off my lawn.